Once Tinubu released Nnamdi Kanu, we will report all criminals in Southeast to Army Police, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu said. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got your ears this morning. As our headline for this morning says that once Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, we will report all criminals in Southeast to the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Police, as Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu said. Well, before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, do well as tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a like on this video to get more updates concerning this particular news in the nearest future to come. Well, going further, while speaking in a live broadcast with Sahara reporters monitored on Arise News, Benjamin mentioned that there was no justification for the continued detention of Kanu by the Nigerian government. Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. While speaking in a live broadcast with Sahara reporters monitored on Arise News, Benjamin mentioned that there was no justification for the continued detention of Kanu by the Nigerian government. He said, "Let me come to Nnamdi Kanu. My words to Mr. President is that we are not forcing you. We cannot force you as a commander-in-chief. We cannot force you. You are a leader, you are a president, but we are appealing to you in the same sense of trying to heal the Southeast in the spirit of equality, in the spirit of fairness. Other people like him who were incarcerated have been released. Extend this equality to our brother. Let him come out so that any other person that carries arms on the streets of the Southeast will be the one calling the soldiers the military, and the people to shut them down, and the police to shut them down because they are just common criminals." The Southeast Development Commission is a healing blame from President Tinubu to the region. Since 1970, Southeasterners were promised the 3 R's: reconciliation, restructuring, and rehabilitation. It has been in word for over 5 decades, and no president has had the courage to take action on until now. President Bola Tinubu decided to be courageous and end the war, but that has been raging in the heart of the Southeasterners by fulfilling the promise of 54 years by bringing out a new agency. He did it without making noise. Special problems demand special intervention, and it's all about strategy for everyone, development orientated. Former President Muhammadu Buhari, in view of what was happening in the Northeast, brought an interview using the regional development agencies to carry out some intervention, and the result effect of that is tremendous and unrecognizable. This is what is needed to carry out the intervention that the Southeasterners has been longing for 54 years. We are very grateful, and that's why I am calling on the youth in the Southeast to say no to protest and yes to process. This is the time for laying the foundation. Barrister Alo Ejimako, the special counsel for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has also noted that President Tinubu lacked the moral authority to keep the IPOB leader in detention over his Biafra Nation agitation. Ejimako has said there was no difference between Kanu's Biafra Nation agitation and Tinubu's declaration in 1997 in an interview published by This Day, where he said he did not believe in one Nigeria and nothing was done to him. This Day on April 13, 1997 published on an interview granted by Tinubu titled "I Do Not Believe in One Nigeria," where he declared that he did not believe in one Nigeria as championed by the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Tinubu was interviewed by Ayo Arowolo, the current Chief of Staff COS to the chairman of Arise Group, Prince Nduka Ubina. Ejimako on Thursday in a post on his X account says, having declared his disbelief to one Nigeria, Tinubu as Nigerian's president should not continue to keep Kanu, who also expressed similar statements, in detention. And that is all we have for you concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that once Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, will report any criminals to Southeast to Army and to the police, Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu said. Well, this is another call for Nnamdi Kanu's release, and we really hope the president should listen to this. And before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, do it to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a like on this video to get more updates concerning this particular news in the nearest future to come. Well, Benjamin Kanu is saying here that once the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, releases Nnamdi Kanu, the people of the southeast will report any criminals in the southeast to the Nigerian army and also to the Nigerian police. Well, he said all this in a live broadcast with our reporters. Yeah, monitored on Arise News. He mentioned that there was no justification for the continued detention of Kanu by the government. By the Nigerian government. Well, Benjamin Kanu, who is the Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep, he recently appealed to the President to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra just for peace to reign in the southeastern region. He even went on to saying that in the southeast, say no to protest and say yes to process. Say no to protest and say yes to process just for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This is to show you the zeal. Yeah, the zeal that this man is in. Like the zeal that this man wants to use just to release Nnamdi Kanu. And I really like that about him. He's doing all what he could, all what he can, just to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released, and that is the best thing to do. That is the best thing to solve all this insecurity problem plaguing the southeastern region in Nigeria. He also says that Tinubu, since in 1997 you were like, that you don't believe in one Nigeria. That is the same belief that Nnamdi Kanu. That's the same sentiment that Nnamdi Kanu also believe. So you should not be keeping a man in jail who shared the same belief like you in the past. You should know where all his agitation is coming from. Yeah, you should know all where his agitation is coming from. To close it all up, he says that if Nnamdi Kanu is released, all those criminals that are roaming about in the southeast using Nnamdi Kanu as an excuse to cause insecurity, we will catch them and report them to the Nigerian police and the Nigerian army, and that is peace. What do you guys think? Let me see a comment below in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, then tap the subscribe button as a big red one with the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video concerning this, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.